Hello lords and ladies, Private Yorkie here, back from the front. It's crazy out there. Gonna get a bit crazy in here too, because we're off to the South Pole, to the Arctic, whatever. With some more, of the Pale Beyond. A new game out from Bellular Gaming. Let's see how it works, shall we? I know it launched with a few bugs, but meant to have cleared most of them up, so let's see. Start a new expedition. Oh. Oh, not that. New game. Start new expedition. Oh, the air be cold. Okay. Oh, the air be cold. A flake and white. A sailor begs their pledge. Out in the ice, they'll stake their claim and carve a course ahead. Okay. Of glory found, and forged in frost, so that their tale be spread. A hunger draws the desperate here. It's one that can't be fed, because there's no food there. It's one that can't be fed. What will you do when steel heart breaks and courage does abscond? I'll do what must be done indeed out in the Pale Beyond. There, we've written a poem. You don't start many games like that, do you? Begin your journey. Crew wanted. Able-bodied crew wanted with dangerous expedition. Month of darkness, low wages, slim chance of safe return. Glory to be had in the event of success. Basically, you're gonna die. But if you get home somehow, they'll celebrate you. You're alone in the office. The tea in your hand has long since gone cold. It's perfectly adequate. Looking around the room, you can make out a collection of military books. On the desk is a chip in a bottle. A metronome ticks away steadily. Bloody insufferable thing. Turn it off. The constant chime, not the chime, it's a tick, begins to wear at the patience. Stop that infernal ticking! You attempt to stop the ticking. The needle breaks off. Good. Leave it where it is. You leave the needle to the side. It stops. Keep waiting. You hear footsteps climbing the stairs that brought you here. Well, we're talking about an expedition, so we'll remain standing all noble-like. The door behind you swings open. The captain bounds past you to the other side of the desk. Do you have all your teeth? Oh, do you have all your teeth? Have enough to get by. You'll never be too careful. The captain sits down. It's the little things you can lose people to. Are you speaking from experience? How many people have died under your supervision? None so far. I haven't supervised anyone. Meaning you're perfect for the job? A liar. Oh, you've never been in command. That's the one. Which is it? The latter. Really? Command test person's mettle. Do you think you're ready? Well, I bloody well have to be, won't I? Please take a seat. Thank you. The chair is uncomfortably large. The seat feels worn. He's lighting up. I'm Captain Hunt. Pleasure's mine. Robin Shaw right here. The pleasure is mine, Robin Shaw. On your desk, which, he nods. Which ship is that? Just wait for him. I hope you weren't waiting too long. I'm told it's worth wait. Good. There's been a lot of candidates. Some good, some bad. Interesting mix. I'm sure you understand the need for discretion. Keep listening. Months of darkness, low wages, slim chance of safe return. That didn't deter you, did it? Well, I'm right here, aren't I? The opposite is why I'm here. A thirst for adventure, then. Yeah, that's the one. Wink. I'd keep that to yourself around other tailors. They might drown you in it. I have a few questions. First, he looks down his list of questions. Were you born a landlubber or a sea dog? This looks like it gives you different things. I'm from the city. Been serving out on the front. Crazy out there. Almost as crazy as you are. I'm from the city, but made my way to the sea eventually. Military experience? Royal Admiralty. Been serving out on the seafront, see? Royal Admiral never command, though. Under what circumstances did you leave? In one piece. You'd be surprised how many can't even say that. Have you ever fired a weapon? Oh, yes. Have you ever killed a man, directly or otherwise? Yes. I see. You're not married, are you? Of course not. Who would have me? You better not have a death wish. One must believe they'll return to justify living in the first place. Any less, and you're doing yourself a disservice. Well, continue. We're here to find this chip in a bottle. But it's right on your desk. The Viscount. There's a bit. No, enlighten me. He clears his throat. 5 years ago, she set sail on a research expedition towards the Dead Peninsula. They were trying to find and study absolute magnetic south. Did they? Did they what? Did they find it? Magnetic south, you daft bugger. I have no idea. She never came back. Her last known location was 200 miles south of land, presumed lost at sea. 5 years is a bit late, isn't it, mate? I mean, they're all dead by now, most likely. Alive or not, their research is supposedly of extreme importance. So we're chasing research? Exactly. Well, go on, just go on. Give me more. Not one person or thing has been heard from the Viscount since it first left port. So we're chasing ghosts then? They've disappeared. Maybe it's a myth, maybe it isn't. I can assure you the money is real. Those with more money than sense want that old chip. That's the job. If I don't pick the first mate, somebody else will. And, well, my judge of character has gotten me this far. What of our crew? Quite the mix. A work in progress. Some I've known for years, but getting on thrust and experience. Others, well, they interview. Don't have a full crew already? Not entirely. A different undertaking than usual. We do have transport, though. We'll be travelling on board the Temperance. It's a beauty. Green wood. Generational. Not many like it left these days. Though it's old. Wonderful. The Viscount and the Temperance. They're sister ships. Built together. And one's already bloody sunk or something, and now we're going on the other. Wonderful. Sent out into this world to die alone. Superstition gets people killed, though. So does cynicism. The captain looks at the boarded ship. A bottle ship. So what do you think? Sounds like you'll need all the help you can get. We will. The captain checks his watch. Anyway, I think I've heard enough. Captain stands up. We leave in a month. Welcome aboard, Shaw. Proverbially speaking. Do I have the job? Is that what you're saying? What do you think? I'll see you on the Temperance. I broke your metronome earlier, mate. It was annoying me. Oh. Don't worry. The captain makes his way to the door and you follow. Okay, so we got a job. We're a first mate. You arrive at the docks a month till the day before you light the ship. The letters on its side read Temperance. Approach the Temperance. You walk the cobble and boarding ramp. Inside is a sharply dressed man overseeing the loading of cargo. He turns to you with a stern expression. You can feel his eyes assessing you. He's colonial. Okay. Oh, no, I'm colonial. A military gate. He must be Hunt's pick for the first mate. I figured he'd keep it in the ranks. Good man. He extends an arm. Richard Templeton, a pleasure. I'll shake his hand. You accept his offer of a handshake. It's a considerate shake. I shall be operating as a chief science officer on this expedition. To any good. I am also the incumbent representative of our benefactor. Do, however, consider myself and my team at you and the captain's disposal. Look forward to working together. We'll start really optimistic. Mr. Templeton, look forward to working together. I expect you to be up to the task. Some of the layabout Hunt hired are questionable at best. No doubt I needn't inform you of your duties. You're second only to Captain Hunt himself. Though I must warn you that you have quite the task ahead. The rabble I've spent the afternoon sorting are the same that you'll whip into shape. Punctuality, schedule, and strict adherence is what we need if this expedition is to succeed. I expect you to be the organised sort. You would not have been assigned to the role otherwise. People can own to be unruly. I'll do my best to keep them in line. Good to hear. Let me know when you're ready to depart. And make sure to save the last moments on land. The less valuable time we waste here, the better. Not sure we got a lot left. Oh, we got some stuff here. A young man stands at the ramp, steeling himself for the journey ahead. Hesitantly begins to drag his feet up the ramp and onto the ship. And we got these. You'll be gone for quite a while. It will be some time before you see the city again. Oh, that's it, is it? Right, so we're on board. Temperance. Hunt's description of the ship was accurate. Near identical to the Viscount, barring some modern additions. And it looks like off we go. Haven't met the crew or anything. Week 1. 1 week on the Temperance. Hail beyond. It's been a month. Oh, that's the point we're open. First mate Shaw personal log. Been 1 month since I signed on. 1 week since we've all set sail aboard the Temperance. I'm told the waters will get warmer as we pass the hemisphere, before they turn colder. Temperance. Oh, hang on. The Temperance. The Admiralty had nothing like this. It's seaworthy at least. A sturdy ship. It's hard to imagine how many crews she's smothered before us. Repurposed incessantly, the soaring machinery could see the old steward of the seas through the ice, and us with it. As for its master, He's mostly kept to his quarters so far. Not sure what to make of our leader. We haven't really got to know him. He's kept to his quarters. He's not telling the whole truth. He's hiding stuff. Kept seeing the feeling he's not telling the whole truth. I mustn't let my guard down. Enigmatic indeed, I mustn't let my guard down. So who's paying for this? I can't help but wonder who's footing the bill for all this. Certainly not the captain. Such modifications of the ship mustn't have come in cheap. I should investigate further if I can. As for the rest of the crew, there are now 22 of us, including the captain. Our next port will be our last before we enter the ice. Pick up the remaining 4 members of the crew, the scouting team. Hunt is also keen to work out a deal on a pack of sledding dogs. This crew are kind of a strange lot. Eclectic as the ship itself. Sign off. One of Hunt's sailors approaches. Captain wants you at the helm. Wants you at the helm. Good, I want to see him. He leaves. Well, he's a grumpy bugger. Alright, join the hunt at the helm. You'll ascend the stairs to the stern and find the old captain manning the helm of the ship. Ah, Robin. Robin? Lovely day, isn't it? It is indeed, Captain. Indeed. It's days like these I make sure to do my share of the sailing. Winks. Why? Can't afford to go rusty in my old age. Never know when you're going to have to get your hands dirty. Well, true. He thinks for a moment before stepping aside and stretching out a wrinkled hand. Did you ever take the helm in the Admiralty? Never felt right. Not good for me. Here, why don't you give it a try? Yeah, we'll do it. You grip the wheel of the ship and feel the weight of the waves in your arms. You sat to pan around. The memory in your muscles rear themselves as you begin to move in time with the ship and the wind. Easy, says Hunt. There, you have it. The captain pats you on the back. Fantastic. Now try to get a sense of where we are. Get some perspective. So we can zoom out. Peaceful, isn't it? Panning and zooming speeds can be adjusted under setting when you find. He takes the wheel back from you. I think I'll drink the morning in a little longer. Would you mind preparing my quarters for the day's work? So much to do. Captain's cabin down here. Right, let's see what we can do in here. A classical painting depicting sailors doing battle with a kraken. Unborn. You're unsure if it's of any historical significance, though recognise the ship as the galleon of the Great Hamish. A tub. A pristine furnished tub secured to the floor. A luxury to be had on the ice. On the desk you make out a variety of papers, notes and maps, as well as a sealed letter with a stamp you don't recognise. The desk itself is suspended with rope to keep it safely in place. Get to work. You take a seat at the end of the room. The captain joins you. Now let's run through our provisions before taking requests. To start, there's 23 souls signed into this expedition, ourselves included. That's 16 free to be assigned to tasks if they aren't already busy. The rest are deployed to their permanent stations. You are only able to deploy crew who you have discovered. They must be in good health and not otherwise deployed to another post. We'll be picking up the scouting crew at the next port. The lot of us seem to be in good spirits. The expedition will end, tearing itself apart if you end the week with no decorum left. It's a decorum like morale. Or good behaviour, one way or the other. We have enough provisions for at least 6 months in case of emergency. If you cannot afford the minimum food ration for the week, crew will become malnourished. Okay? Unless cured, the malnourished status will develop into scurvy, a severe status effect that prevents crew from working, eventually killing them at the end of the week. And more than enough fuel to see us there and back again. I don't believe that for a second, but okay. Colder temperatures will increase minimum fuel required at the end of the week. You cannot afford the minimum fuel, crew will become freezing. Unless cured, the freezing status will develop into frostbite, and severe status that prevents crew from working, eventually killing them at the end of the week. Okay, so it's same as scurvy. The sledding dogs, well, they aren't a matter of negotiation. Dogs will be needed to send sledding teams out to gather resources on the ice. Sending hunts out further requires a great amount of dogs. They will rest and become available between the weeks. Now on to the work. Alright, we've got Cordell here. Oh, we get to choose one of them. COVID or Cordell. COVID. A sailor enters. We found a stowaway in the lower hold. Bring them in. Another sailor enters, leading a young man by their side. You know, not the first stowaway I've had. The captain studies them further. You know where we're heading, don't you? I do, sir. The ice. Did you know that before you climbed inside the crate? I did, sir. Huh, how old are you? You're hardly a useful pair of hands. Not true, I can pull my weight, sir. Yeah, but you don't look like you weigh a lot. Well, that's not what's pulling. Do you know your jiboon from your bowsprit? I do, I learned it all from my dad. Your dad? His ward's son followed him on board back in the city. Good. What should we do with him, Captain? Well, sure. Hunt eyes you up. You're first, mate. What should we do with him? I'll take them aboard. They might be useful. Hunt squints. Why? Need all the help you can get. This young man wants the help. Let's say we let him. Alright, boy, consider yourself part of the crew. Be sure to keep your nose clean and follow orders. I will, thank you, sir. Captain, not sir. Hi, Captain. The stowaway joins the 2 sailors below deck, now a member of the crew. Okay, so we've got 4 people we can do. Well, it seems a litter as a new runt. I hope the rest won't mind sharing their rations. What of the father? Oh, what of the father? Simple. Split their pay and their rations. Any rations boys should come from the father. I doubt he intended for this to happen. I'll keep an eye on them both. I suppose you're right. Well, that matter's sorted. Cordell, we got a puppy. Have you agreed to my conditions? To the point, eh? What conditions? George, this is Lady Cordell. Okay. Cordell is here. Here is to provide us with a kennel of hounds for the sleds. And our agreement was that she would train them up until we part ways at the nearest island, but you neglected to inform me that you were bringing my dogs through the Pale Passage. I had no intention of sending the pack to its death. You seem to have good faith in this expedition. It's one thing to ask for my whole kennel, and others to drag them into the ice to chase the mist. Never before has the buyer been so dishonest. And never before has the seller made such strong demands. What exactly are these demands, Lady Cordell? He demands we allow her to come along on the expedition, as a member of the crew. None of these sheep have the experience and familiarity with these dogs I possess. If taking them to such a brutal location, they will need me to guide them if they have any chance of survival. The humans on board too, of course. Of course. You can see my dilemma, sure. We've just accepted a stowaway. Taking on another member of crew is a risk, but our hands may be tied. Your thoughts? Well, we could do with an expert on the sled dogs, I think, so let's do that. Good point, Shaw. He turns to her. The deal is already to your benefit. You have anyone on board with extensive training in managing and ruling of dogs? Your sleds are useless if you can't control the dogs efficiently enough to hunt them, to haul them. And I would like to ensure my dogs are treated properly. Welcome aboard, Cordell. Your knowledge shall prove valuable. Invaluable. I'll have a room prepared for you. Max to increase to 25. No need. You'll find me in the forecastle with the dogs. Who leaves? I hope I'm not making mistakes, Shaw. So do I. Got 11 dogs. That's finishing the requests. Okay. Now that's all settled. I have one more errand for you to run. Could you grab the Stoke brothers and order them to meet me up on the deck after dinner? Hefty lads, red hair, you couldn't mistake them for another. An urgent matter? Not at all. Nothing you should concern yourself with. They'll be down in the middle deck. In the meantime, you should grab a copy of the crew manifest and get acquainted with more of the crew. Week 1 midday. Okay. So I guess we're out of there now. They're balancing the mast. Upon closer inspection, you make out the ship's photographer, Katia Belford, balanced on the ship's mast with her camera, lining up a photo. How's the view up there? Whoops. How's the view up there? You startled the woman, causing her to fall and nearly drop the camera. Come on, be more careful. You help her retrieve the device and untangle herself from the rigging. That was a close shave, Officer Shaw. About time I met the first officer of this ship. Katia Belford. Nice to meet you, Katia. I suppose there was some sort of rule against what I was doing up there. Deepest apologies, but sometimes there's shot you just cannot pass up. An accomplished photographer, Katia Belford won the Fentler Prize, the highest honour in journalism, for her work covering plague outbreaks and riots in the capital. It came as a surprise to many that such a reputable journalist would take an interest in this expedition. There was scarcely any chance of Hunt or the benefactor turning her away. You expected someone of her accolades to be older, more experienced. This is likely her first time on the sea like this. Not prepared for this, really, is she? That much is obvious. The cold game. Picture that as the header. What? Well, the piece on this voyage. I'm trying to come up with a snappy name. Nobody will read it if the title sounds like the work of an amateur. In the game, Katia. As she nods eagerly. You can tell she's not really listening. Alright, of course. It's thrilling though, isn't it? I suppose someone of your experience finds it all boring at this point. A trip to the ice may seem dull compared to Royal Admiralty. I'm not averse to thrills, but they should be managed. Well, I hope we have some coming this way. I hope to capture something right out of Kurt Darling's old escapades. That reminds me, he'll be joining us next port. I should get his picture at some point. Cassia holds up a camera with a sense of pride before holding it up to her face. Can't sail shore. Okay, the captain told me to grab a copy of the manifest. Oh, yes, I'm putting together a manifest of the crew for you. He hands you an annotated document. Here it is, the crew manifest. Thank you. Got a bunch of people we don't know. Alright, so we got Amelia Corbett Barrow is a sailor and ice savvy. Liam Smith Sanders, sailor and ice savvy. Sailor and ice savvy. Sailor Stowaway Saltborn. Richard Templeton deployed. Science Officer Landborn. Officer Landborn Colonial. Photographer Landborn. Ex-Habit, okay. All of those are deployed. They're not. Camera and an accordion. Okay. Let's get rid of that. It's a work in progress. The scout team is to join us at the next port, and the captain's forbidding me from the boiler room. Why has he done that? If you could ask the others to get their portraits taken, I'd be very grateful. Don't want to leave anyone out. I'll see what I can do. I'll not disturb you when you work any further, officer. I have a few more shots I want to get before the sun lowers anyhow. Safe shots, officer. Don't worry. Yeah, be a bit more careful. You nearly fell to your death. You leave her to her work. You spot a large man with a useful gait, carrying a heavy crate over his shoulder, with relative ease. Oh, you're Officer Shaw. He gives a bright, warming smile. Two Johns. Hello. I suppose he called me. Why, you're as big as two Johns? Sure, you'll get your nickname later. Two Johns attempts to offer a handshake, but loses control of the crate. He struggles before firmly holding it in place with both hands. Ah, maybe later. Work awaits. Another crew. John added to manifest. Oh, that's why it's his name. Okay. Below deck. No one there. Alright, we got you. You find yourself almost knocking over a man carrying a heavy pot. Careful, careful. You almost got drenched in broth. You're the ship's cook, aren't you? Indeed I am, and I've got a full plate on my hands, pardon the pun. You hear a roar from the other side of the door. Oi, what are you holding up? The cook shakes his head with a smile and chuckles slightly to himself. He grabs a huge pot and prepares to make his way to the hungry crew, or turning his head to you. If you don't mind, could you carry the tray of biscuits behind? Yep, we'll do that, we'll help. You grab the plate and follow the cook out of the door to the table where the crew are waiting with bated breath. Upon the cook's arrival, the sailors let out a rowdy cheer, the ship's cook placing the broth upon the table. Trust me, fellas, this one's worth the wait. The cook speaks with a tone of pride as he ladles the broth into the bowls of the crew. Oi, one at a time, you animals. Ward, you're awfully handy for only one arm. Ah, piss off, Junior. Just got some bread here too. Grab it before Tucker beats you to it. The crew laughed, and Marius Junior The crew laughs and I merit as Junior guides you back through the kitchen. You seem popular. Well, you know what they say about the hand that feeds. Besides, half the crew I've known for years. You don't spend that much time on a ship with folk without learning all about them. You're Junior? You don't look very junior. I take that to mean that Hunt told you about me. Don't you expect me, did he? Did he not give you a description, or were you just not paying attention? Well, Hunt wished to see you as soon as possible. Ah yes, good old Hunt. Never rest on a ship, he tell you. Especially when Hunt takes a liking to you. That's calling the crew for dinner. I don't know that we want to do that yet. Go back upstairs. Let's go here. Castle's locked. Near the kennel master preparing from inside. Go to the captain's cabin, but there's no point. Hang on. Upstairs. Looks like we got a call for dinner. The crew have their meal. Passes in relative silence. Late one evening, the crew returns to their post. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Twilight. Over dinner, you overhear the newly picked up stowaway speaking with one-armed man. But Da! You're lucky Hunt didn't throw you overboard. I have a mind to do that myself. Come on, Da. I'm here to help. Let her know that involves work. Don't expect special treatment. I won't. You're an impossible child, Timmy. Good word added to your manifest, okay? Anyone else? No. Upstairs we go. My cabin. Who's this guy? You spot one of Templeton's science team pacing around the mid-deck, searching through the luggage that has been pulled from the cabin. Let me look at the light. Where was it now? He notices you. Ah, Officer Shaw, correct? Mr. Gloss. Quite glossly. Apologies, I seem to have misplaced something while settling in the cabin. A bottle of wine, actually. You best not be drinking on the job. Oh, of course not. I have to keep the senses sharp in this work. My wife and I bought a bottle to celebrate with. To be safe for the journey back, of course. Well, if you find it, please let me know. Alright. We've got another available crew. We've got 7 out of 25 available. Anyone upstairs before we go to our cabin? Yep, there's this person. Templeton, looking out into the sunset. As you approach, you turn to you and nods. Ah, Officer Shaw. It will be some time before we see a sunset such as this again. The light distribution towards the southern pole is quite the change. Notice you weren't at dinner with the others. I prefer to eat in solitude. I have my own cabin. I make use of it. Templeton keeps his focus on reflection of setting sun over the stirring waters of the ocean. There is great expectation upon us, officer. You think Captain Hunt is up to that? No, I'm not going to... That sounds like I'm doubting him. Which I am, but I don't want to do it publicly. From who? Who is this benefactor of yours? That is not for you to know, not yet. Templeton looks down, catching his reflection in the ocean surface. He looks back up at the sunset. Quite the sight, but I wouldn't linger upon it too long. We should retire for the evening. It's important the first officer be well rested. Use ease to advance to next week, which is what we have to do. Food rations 2 per person. No, we're going to go 1 per person. Fuel rations. Actually, for now, we'll keep morale up. It makes his last Orca Island. Odell sledding dogs are picked up. Scouting crew and Kurt Darling are picked up. Days are getting brighter. Now, my understanding, it saves at the end of each week. And save game to 3. And that would be a good place for us to leave it for now and come back next time. We've set sail. We're underway. Yay. If you want to help the channel set sail, drop us a like, comment and subscribe. It all help a lot. Bye now.